On my memo tonight, I'm revisiting a matter that these days seems like an abandoned, old and dusty signpost to nowhere. I'm talking about Chapter 6 of the Constitution, Leadership and Integrity. A chapter that has existed more for aesthetics and wishful thinking than for our constitutional reality. For the 10 years of its existence, this is a chapter of the Constitution that has struggled the most to lift itself off the pages of the document and into a practical aspect of the Kenyan life. However, we can write all these laws, but there are some things that cannot be prescribed, and integrity is not just a construct of the alphabet. You have to go beyond. Integrity has to be lifted off the books into our action, thinking, and conduct. That does not require an enabling legislation, but an enabling mindset of every individual. That is why we talk of concepts like political and moral responsibility, because they tie the law to our conscience. Chapter 6 can only talk about integrity, but it is the duty of individuals to live it and make it a habit and make it a culture. Now, in an ideal world, people resign when they differ in principle, not in law. For example, we have a serving deputy president who cannot see eye to eye with his boss, the president. He is critical of the government, but still retains the office with all its perks. This reminds me of what happened in 1966 in that office, when the then Vice President Jaramogi Oginga Odinga resigned from government with this letter, and I quote, "I have a conscience, and this in fact does prick when I earn public money with no job to do." And he continues to write, "I cannot continue to hold this position any longer, and I hereby tender my resignation." End of quote. And then there's another bizarre story of a county deputy governor who has been running West Pokot from Texas in the US. Just for your information, the distance between Kacheliba and Houston, Texas is a whole 13,705 kilometers. How he has been doing this for 4 years is a mystery to me. And now he's back in West Pokot, this time to announce that he's running for governor. The audacity is simply mind-blowing. The law has nothing to say on such matters, but our morals and conscience should be the guide, especially for those who hold public offices. The right thing cannot be governed. What are we teaching future generations? That taking responsibility is overrated? That it does not matter what we do so long as there are no legal implications? This is just plain wrong. Leadership and integrity should walk hand in hand. Integrity comes with certain irreducible minimums. Integrity paves way for moral accountability. It is the only way sometimes of making the powerful accountable to those who donate that power to them. Therefore, as we prepare to vote in leaders in the next general elections, the onus is on all of us to ensure that we speak out when our leaders prove to be less than what we expected when we donated the powers to lead us to them. Let us stop the culture of ignoring matters when we clearly know that what is happening is morally wrong, and ensure that when it comes to our leaders, two words go hand in hand: leadership and integrity. And that is my memo.